Hello, welcome back to my room. So I'm planning on doing a few videos today. So I already did my Royal Girl lip scrub. Go check it out if you haven't already. And purchase from all of my brands. They just work so incredibly hard, and they put a lot of love into what they do, and I love that. So I'm gonna put on some makeup. I'm not gonna show you me putting it on. I'm gonna tell you about it first. I'll pause the video, put it on, and then I'll come back. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this is KK's Jewels Glow Passion Oil. It smells like roses. It smells so good. And I just put a little bit on my hands and rub it in. She is also a small brand. It's KK's Jewels 01. You can find it in my stories at any given time. You can find it on my page. Go check her out. Any of these brands that I talk about, go and be with them and shop small business and really support them. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so before I put on any other kind of makeup, I go in and I put on some face primer. This is one I really wanted to talk about. This is the Elf Mint Melt Primer. This is the one everybody is saying is a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. And I think so as well. The only thing I wish I could do different about this stuff is change the scent. I don't like the scent of it. It's just, it's a very heavy scent, and like I don't like that. But that's really all. I really think it's a great primer. I think it's like maybe 10 bucks, maybe, in comparison to Milk Hydro Grip. That's a pretty good deal. Alright, I'm going to use the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation today. And before I tell you all the good things about it, I'm going to tell you the thing that I don't like about it, is it comes in this dropper. And I don't really like that. I feel like that's a lot of work, and you don't really know how much you're getting. And I don't really like that. So I think I'm going to end up buying a pump for it if I can. But I love the way this looks on the skin. And it retails for, I think, $11. I got it at Ulta. And it just looks so flawless on the skin. It just looks so beautiful. And really, it looks, I think I even said this when I was using it on my live. It looks like my skin, but just better. And I really appreciate that. So I would recommend picking it up if you like this. Now I have normal to dry skin now. I used to have extremely dry skin. So I would make sure if you have dry skin that you just put down your moisturizer, your good primer kind of thing before you put it on, so it's not too drying on you. Because I do think, yeah, mattifying, water and sweat proof. Okay, second skin effect. I can attest to that. It looks like my skin, just a lot better. And it lasts up to 24 hours. I get sand beige. So if you have the same sort of skin tone as mine, the sand beige matches me perfectly. I'm going to bounce this and smooth it out on my skin, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've already put concealer on my skin. I actually just use my Tarte Shape Tape. You don't need me to talk about that because you can literally scroll 2 pages down and find somebody talking about Tarte Shape Tape. I do like it better than I like the creamy, but we're not going to talk about it. I just finally got my Boxy Charm add-ons. So this is the Kosas 8th Muse Color and Light Cream. I actually had Kosas before, and I got rid of it because back then oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, because back then I did not want to use cream blushes. I didn't like the way it looked on my skin, but I figured out that I was putting it on wrong for me. So now I can bounce this around. This is new to me, so I'm giving it a try. It feels like it's the age of the cream blushes, and I kind of dig it. I dig it. So yeah. So one side of it that you're seeing me bounce on now is the blush. The other side of it is a light cream. But you can see this is blending out really well, actually. Because I was thinking, holy moly, this is about to be a disaster. But it really isn't. It's blending out really pretty. It's working really nice. Yeah, I like it. It's a really pretty color. Really pretty color. So that's my first impression of it. I'm going to pop on that light cream. I'm going to pop on my Elf Halo Glow setting powder. And then I will be back. Before I pop on my setting powder, I just, look at that. That's the light cream to the palette. And wow. I just had to say that, like, come and say that, because where have you been all my life? I got rid of you before, didn't I? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I actually went ahead and did my brows. I'll be so glad when my brows grow back out. I cut them too short this time. But this is the other thing that came in my boxy add-ons from last month. So this is the Cover... Don't look at all that mess. Cover FX. What do they call this? Perfector Face Palette. So it has a highlight, a brightener, a finishing powder, another highlighter, a blush, and then a contour. So we're gonna play around in it and see how it goes. So I'm gonna use the contour, of course. And it looks like it's going to be a good shade for me. I've never used Cover FX of anything. When I think of Cover FX, I'm thinking of like, wow, that is really pretty. And I would like to point out, this like still shined beautifully through setting powder. And this is looking delicious. So when I think of Cover FX, I'm thinking of like special effects makeup. Have you guys ever watched Face Off? That's what that reminds me of. You know what I'm saying? Have you guys ever watched that? Anyway. Alright. And this is going to be a 2-part video. Because my eyes alone take forever. And I really wanted to see this working. And I'm bringing that up to my brows a little bit. Wow. So now what I do on a fluffier brush, these three that you're seeing me use, they're ColourPop brushes. This is a F18, this is a F21, and then my blush brush is a F20. So I just dip back into that contour. And that's also what I use for my bronzer here. Just to kind of fluff it. Because I don't want to, like, take away from anything. But just enhance the glow kind of stuff. And then I just run it down like this. You can see, like, I just look so fresh and sun-kissed. And ready to move about. Now, excuse me, I'm going to take my F20 and... Okay. Surprise, I'm a mom. Thank you. I'm going to try out this blush here. And this, what did I say, F20. Oh, wow. Okay. Be light-handed with that guy. And I'm going to bring it across my nose a little bit. Bring it up. Bring it up. Down the chin. I just love that I can, like, look like. So I'm going to take the brightener here. Since I already have some brightener down, I think I'm just going to run it right here. Yeah. just brighten up right there. Right here. Right here. But I'm not going to use the highlights in this because I have another highlighter I want to use. Sorry for all the noise. The kids are running around. What is that outside? Anyway, sorry. I really like that. I think, oh gosh. I think that made me look really kind of beautiful. But I didn't use the highlighter because I have the Fenty. It just came. This one is in Metal Moon. And it was the only one left. And I was like really shocked by that. Because this, oh yes. This is definitely a highlight for me. Okay. And I guess I just think that other people would love a blinding white highlight. But I remember a few years ago, I say a few, it was like 6 years ago, Nikki Tutorials was my favorite, is one of my favorites now. I've just discovered a lot more people. But she had told me to get Becca Pearl in the highlight, and oh my god, I fell in love with it. This reminds me of that, but even more like intense. So I really like that. Okay, so to end this part 1 video, I'm just going to top off with Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Yes, ma'am. It is one of my favorites. That, I actually have a lot. Oh, well, you can't see. All those setting sprays up there, and it's still my favorite. I just take my fan and I fan myself down. Go to part 2 because we're going to be working on the eyes. And I'm actually pulled a palette that I haven't got to use that much since I've had it. But I really want to. I dreamed about it. So weird, I know. But I'm going to use it today. This is my Naked Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. So if you want to see, go to the next video.